Over the course of the last year, Marvel Studios has really leaned into the entire multiverse thing with multiple projects, and of course, multiple other projects are on their way that will all fall into the multiverse story that is going on in the MCU. Now people believe that the events of Loki and Doctor Strange connect directly to Spider-Man No Way Home, and why what happens, happens. In the final episode of Loki, when Kang reveals the one timeline, the sacred timeline, the logistics behind it, what happens, why it's in place, and how order is kept, we start to realize that once he is killed by Sylvie, realities, the sacred timeline, everything starts to branch. We of course are seeing the ramifications of this in Marvel's What If. And then releasing the trailer to Spider-Man No Way Home, I think confirmed many more details that people were hoping would be confirmed. This being the fact that multiple Spider-Man and villains from other multiverses, aka variants, will be showing up. Now the working theory here is the fact that the events of that film, and when Doctor Strange is doing what he's doing, casting the spell, that this is all going to line up with the same event that involves Wanda, the fracturing of the timeline, the death of Kang, and that things go very wrong because the spell he casts is allowed to be cast, aka the sacred timeline is no more. Had the sacred timeline been in place, it wouldn't happen. But when nobody can look over it, well, now all hell breaks loose and multiple timelines and Spider-Man can coexist because they're not being pruned. Now everything I just said sounds like very complex in nerd talk and next tier nerdy garbage jargon, which it is. That's why we're here, right? But realistically, I do think this theory makes a lot of sense. Doctor Strange would not be allowed to do what he's doing with Peter Parker if the TVA and everybody like Kang was still looking over one timeline. But the fact that they can't anymore, and that it's just free to go off in every direction now, does reveal exactly what is going on. It all makes sense. It's all ramifications of what happens in Loki, and the afterburn effect of multiple timelines now being allowed to converge and free flow through time and space. So I don't think this is really as much of a theory as it is just a nod your head and go, well yeah, that's exactly what it is, obviously. And then you try to explain that to your casual friends who've never picked up a comic and they just look at you like you need to be locked up in some sort of room. Almost like a danger room. That didn't work at all, because that's a room where you test your skills. I got nothing.